Hello and welcome to the third episode of Yuli's Thoughts. In this episode, I'm going to be talking about dealing with failure and also never giving up. So a few weeks ago, let me check what day it was. So it was on the 21st of July. So that day, that was in the first week of my summer holiday. Me and a few of my friends, we organized a trip to Bournemouth, to the beach. We had a fun day there at the beach. But when I came back, I found out I got sunburned, and it was quite badly. My whole back and my two arms was all quite red, and it was actually quite painful. It was actually I got sunburned quite badly. So the next day, on Friday, my dad booked a emergency appointment at the GP for me to for the doctors to take a look at my sunburn and see what they can do about it. That appointment was at 2:40 p.m. So and also on that day, my dad was actually at work, so he told me I'm gonna go there myself. So I looked for so I know how to walk there. I knew how to walk to the GP center by I knew how to walk to the GP center, but my dad insisted that it will probably be better for me to take the bus because it will probably be quicker and it's more comfortable because you're sitting down instead of walking around. So I did not know the bus route there quite well. Honestly, I don't know the bus route I don't really know the bus route quite well, in the area that I live in. It's amazing how little I know about the bus route here. Back when I was in Shanghai, the buses in Shanghai, I was literally obsessed with them, and I literally knew all the routes of each each line. Famously, the Route 26 in Shanghai, that was my favorite. That was actually my favorite bus route, just because it was the bus that went past near my house. So it was the bus that I took the most and I got the most used to. We're back in China, back in Shanghai, I'm obsessed with the bus there, and I knew everything about the bus, all the routes and stuff. But here it's quite amazing how little I know about the bus route here. So since I was pretty much a noob, in terms of the knowledge about where the bus goes and everything, I kind of looked on Google Maps, but I didn't really do the research properly and stuff. I was just doing a rough version. I was kind of looking around. I wasn't I wasn't paying too much attention to it. I wasn't really thinking too much about it. And I saw this bus route that starts at a station called Bridge Road, and it goes to the Isleworth Memorial. And when you get to the Isleworth Memorial Station, the GP was actually quite close there. But unfortunately, because I wasn't really paying too much attention to it, I wasn't really doing my research properly. I didn't really look at where exactly the station is. Because it was called Bridge Road, I just assumed that it was on Bridge Road, but it was actually I will have a map here so you know what I'm talking about. But so Bridge Road basically starts off in the middle of it starts off from the middle of London Road. So London Road is just is this horizontal road on the map, as you can see here, and Bridge Road starts vertically, basically from London Road. So I thought that I knew there was a station at the start of London Road. I'm sorry, at the start of Bridge Road. So I thought that was the Bridge Road station, but that wasn't actually in fact the Bridge Road station. That was called something else. The actual Bridge Road station was actually on London Road. So it was on London Road near Bridge Road, but it was still on London Road. It wasn't part of Bridge Road at all. It wasn't part of Bridge Road at all. And I basically went to the wrong bus station. Now, because also I wasn't focusing because I also wasn't focusing on, you know, doing the research properly. I didn't look at the I didn't look at the bus number properly. So I knew that it started with H, but I didn't look at what number was after H. So when I went to the wrong bus station, there was only one bus there. That was H22, and I thought, well, that is probably the right bus, because I thought I was at the right station and there was only one bus that stopped there. So I went on H22. Unfortunately, the bus that I actually found in my research, that was H37. It was the bus I went on was H22. Did I say that wrongly? Alright, so let me repeat myself. The only bus at the wrong station I went to was H23. That was the wrong bus. The bus I was supposed to go on was H37. So because I went to the wrong station, I also took the wrong bus. H22 was the only it was the only bus at the wrong bus station. So I basically missed that appointment because that bus took me to, I don't really know where it took me. It took me to somewhere that I didn't really knew about. Yeah, I don't even think I've been there before. So I end up missing the appointment. So how can you conclude this experience? Well, basically, finding your way to the GP is something that's extremely simple. It's not like rocket science or anything. It's extremely simple. But I basically failed an extremely simple task. All I had to do is make my way to the GP before the appointment, so I'm not late and I end up not reaching at all. You know, I end up failing a really easy task, which is just navigating to where the GP is. And obviously, after my dad heard it, he was quite like furious with me because that was such an easy thing to do, and I failed at it. And he ended up telling me off quite badly and stuff. So why did I bring up this example? Well, this example is an example of, you know, a failure, of me failing to do something, which in this case is finding my way to the GP on, you know, finding a bus route to the GP. And also it also showed a prime example of what happens, you know, to most people when they fail. Is their parent, is that if they're a child, their parents usually tell them off really badly, and also most people when they do fail, they get quite upset, and they think in their mind why am I failing at this? Am I really this bad? Should I just give this thing up and then try something else? Well, that is the normal mindset that people have, and I'm really here to tell you that is not how you should think. So what I think that you should do when you face failure is first of all, don't get too upset. Now, a little bit of sadness is only natural because, you know, human beings, when we fail at something, generally we do get a bit upset about it. But don't get excessively upset, because that is not gonna be good for you. That might lead to depression or something. So, you know, all the effect that comes with, you know, that comes with excessive sadness is all negative effect. So it's not going to help you at all. It's not going to help you at all, and it might even end up hurting you in the future. So don't get upset. Second of all, look at why and how you failed, even if it's a simple thing. So in my case, how I failed is simply I did not do the research of the bus route properly. So in my case, now I know that next time when something like this happens again, I have to, you know, focus. I have to do the research properly, find out the actual route, find out where the actual bus station is, so I don't fail the next time. And that is a really important thing of recovering from failure, is to find out how you failed, so next time you know what not to do, you know. So next time you know the right thing to do, or the better thing to do. And also the next time you might still fail, but each time when you fail, you each time you fail, you can probably see like that you're improving, that you're doing something better. Even though you failed, you failed less hard. You failed less harder than last time, so you can see your improvement. So keep on improving, like keep things positive. In my opinion, living life is all about positivity. Now some negativity is important, because that will make you realize what wrong things that will make you realize what things that you're doing wrong in your life, so you know what to change next time. But mostly keep things positive, because if you keep things positive around you, then that's can encourage you. That's not gonna put you on a downhill slope. That's not gonna give you depression. That's not gonna give you like that's not gonna make you likely to give up. So keep things positive around you, because it will encourage you, it will make you feel better generally, and then overall it will make your life just generally more enjoyable. So that's the point I'm making. Don't get too upset. A little bit of sadness was alright, but don't get too upset. Look at where you went wrong. Look at your mistakes. Know what to improve. Know what to change the next time you do it. And keep trying harder until you succeed. There are a lot of people that when they fail, they know that they need to look at where they do wrong, and then the next time they will try better. But then they will fail again, and they will fail again and again and again, and at the end they were like, all right, you know what, screw it, I'm just bad at this, I'm gonna give it up. That is not the right attitude. We as human beings, we're not perfect. We all make mistakes, and because we're not perfect, sometimes we're not good at recovering from mistakes. So even like the first, second, third time that we are trying to improve stuff, we still get it wrong. But each time we are improving just a little bit, and every time you do it, you get better, and you get better and better and better, until eventually you will succeed. So that is my main message. Sorry, I got stuck there. Is to when you make a mistake, don't give up. Try harder next time. If you still fail, try even harder next time. Never give up. No matter how many times you try, no matter how many times you fail, do not give up, because you can always get something right. Eventually. If you don't believe me, let me give you an example of how this worked out in the past. So the MV Counter-Strike team last year in 2015. Now this year they are doing quite bad, but I'm just gonna give you a really good example last year. So when the MV team was first formed at the end of, well, they were not formed, they were bought from Team LDLC, but you know what I mean. So when they were first bought at the start of 2015, they were doing quite well. They went on like a 3 or 4 win streak. They won like 3 or 4 tournaments in a row. But then their performance dipped, and they start losing tournament. They start getting second place, third place, fifth place, sixth place. Their performance was going right down, but they never gave up. They looked at where they were going wrong, and they will make changes. They will make improvements. So one of the things that they did was that Sharks wanted to be the in-game leader, so they took the in-game leader role from Happy and gave it to Sharks. So they will try to make improvements. They were making changes. They tried in-game leading with Sharks a few more tournaments, and it didn't work out. But they still didn't give up. They made even more change. This time they made a roster change. They swapped out Shocks and Smiths for Kenny S and Apex, and even after the change, they were still not doing too well. They won the Intel Extreme Master, but then the first major tournament with the new roster, they got second place. They lost. They still failed. Fnatic got first place. new roster at their first ever major tournament still failed, but they still didn't give up, you know. They went on, they tried even harder, and then they managed to win like the next 3 or 4 tournaments in a row. And then when it came to the next major tournament, which was DreamHack Kaluge, they actually won that tournament. So that is a great example of how a team that were winning. That was a really good example of a team that were, you know, winning, and then they lost. They never gave up. They tried harder. They lost again. But they never gave up. Each time they lost, you know, they made changes to try to improve. You know, they made changes to try and improve, and then eventually they became a major winner. They did became a winner of a major CS:GO tournament. And if there's one thing that I learned, if there's one famous quote that I learned from the esports industry, is that a champion is not someone that wins all the time. A champion is someone that can lose, that can you know fall to the rock bottom, and they can, you know, they can keep their heads up, and they can improve themselves until they hit that first place again. So that's the important thing, is that failure is always going to be a part of life, but you can always improve from that. You can always learn from your mistakes, and then eventually, you know, eventually, maybe for some people it's going to be fast, for some people it's going to take a longer time, but eventually you will succeed. So just remember that, you know, there is like a general famous quote, which is something like failure is the beginning of success. So, you know, just remember that. Alright, so that is the end of the video. Hopefully I have motivated you with, you know, my speech, and hopefully you did enjoy this video, and hopefully I have inspired you. Thank you for watching. Bye.